Okay, here's my theory of League of Legends, right? Here's my theory of League of Legends, right? I'm talking about current state of the game. I'll explain to you something very, very interesting concept, okay? Now, split pushing does not work because objectives simply too strong. Let's think about viable strategies, right? Viable strategies. Let's take split pushing, right? Split pushing. Okay. You cannot trade inhibitors for objectives. It's a bad trade. In many games, I was able to take down 2 inhibitors, right? But we still lost the game. Why? Because enemy team took Dragon Soul. Okay? Dragon Soul is overpowered. Again, Baron. Baron is overpowered. You cannot trade an inhibitor for a Baron. Cannot do it, right? So, split pushing does not work, okay? For reasons, because objectives, these 2 objectives are simply too strong, right? Simply too strong. Second strategy, team fight. Win the team fight. Let's assume you are 27-0 Jacks, right? Jacks. Now, when you start playing high elo, the enemy team will have things like Morgana, Atrax, Cannon, right? Probably Gragas, right? What else are they gonna have? Lissandra, Nautilus, most likely, right? Trash, most likely. Okay. So what's gonna happen? Let's say, and your team is not very good. Like let's say your team fed. I mean, they're completely useless, right? What happens in a team fight? You will get crowd controlled to death. Crowd controlled to death. Like they simply crowd control you. They're gonna exhaust you. They're gonna stun you. Atrox is gonna knock you up. Cannon is gonna stun you. Gragas is gonna disposition you. Okay, and then champions like Kaisa are going to melt you, right? Or Vayne. They're simply going to burst you to death. So let's say as a Jax, you absorbed every single CC that they had, and you die. Now, question: can your useless team win a team fight after they blew everything on you? And the answer is no, right? The answer is no. You cannot. Like, if you watch a lot of replays, that's it. It's a game over, right? Your team is not gonna carry. So you cannot split push. You cannot win a team fight. Realistically, I'm talking about in situations where the enemy team has brains. So how do you actually solo carry the game? The answer is you cannot. It's not possible. League of Legends is not the game where you can solo carry the game. Can I solo carry the game? No, you cannot. All right. So, which begs the question, well, how are people winning games? How are they solo carrying? Now, if you watch a lot of replays, if you watch a lot of replays, if you watch a lot of highlights, if you watch a lot of kind of streamers showcasing their content, you will notice something very interesting. When, for example, Master Yi highlights, right? Let's just Google Master Yi highlights. Master Yi highlights. Let's look at Kyle Setman. All right. Okay.
I've been all real.
Look, whom is he attacking right now? Lucian. Does Lucian have crowd control? No. So for example, if I'm Nasus with 1000 stacks, I can do that too, right? I can do that too.
Heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. I'm acting.
Okay. Okay, so he gets knocked up. Oh, okay, so you see, nobody is CCing him. He only got one crowd control. You see, he did not get ulted by Sejuani, right? Twisted Fate did not stun him. He only got crowd control from Blitzcrank, right? So where is the crowd control? And he's probably so fed that he can one-shot Twisted Fate with a Q, which doesn't count. Because on even terms, what's going to happen, he's going to Q, see if Twisted Fate is going to Zonias, right? He's going to get immediately, Blitzcrank is going to R to silence him. Twisted Fate comes out of the stasis and just stuns him. And then the entire team bursts him, right? That's what's going to happen. And I mean, again, Kalista, right? Kalista is a bad champion. Look, look, again, right? The only thing he needs to dodge is the Thresh CC. Nidalee, no crowd control, right? Ezreal, no crowd control, right? So Thresh is probably gonna try to yeah, see? Thresh uses crowd control on Lucian. Lucian, right? So what's happening here? Master Yi is gonna just dominate, right? Okay. But now at this stage, look, see? Like the enemy team got cut off. Cut off. So Amumu is the guy with the crowd control. Correct, right? And he's late to the party when his entire team is dead. And he probably doesn't even have ulti. Let's look at Ariana. Not very reliable crowd control. You have to aim it, right? You see, he's late to the party. Look, you see, he's standing on one place. Imagine if these players did not intentionally fed and they were in here, right? Ezreal, who else was Trash? What would have happened? Amomo would stun him, Trash would cook him, and everybody else would just kill him instantly. Do you see he's like standing on one place? Nothing he can do, right? Okay, okay. What's this one here? Because all those highlights is garbage. Do you know what I mean? This is garbage. This is not what reality looks like. So who is he fighting right now? Okay, so this guy already used his crowd control most likely, right? Pantheon is probably on cooldowns. Yeah, so he has Soraka. Soraka does not have crowd control. And this guy already used his crowd control because if he had his R, he would have stunned him, right? Okay, what do we have here? Okay, again, look. He's fighting severe Aurelia, right? And who is that? That's Jana, I believe, right? And he's okay. So Jana needs to charge up her tornado until she can stun, right? Correct, right? So she can only slow in this situation, and slow mastery cannot be slowed. So this champion in here is pretty much useless at this stage, right? And I mean, again, whom is he fighting? Aurelia and Severe. Like, imagine he's fighting Nautilus, right? Nautilus and Fed Vayne. So let's say the situation again, right? So let's say top lane we have Kennen with Zonias, right? In here we have Kaisa with Zonias and Nautilus. All right. What would have happened? What would have happened? Right. Master Yi ults. Well, he does his Q. Cannon Zonias activates ulti. Master Yi gets stunned. Nautilus ultis. And in the meantime, he's receiving damage from Kaisa. He's gonna get one shot, right? So why is this highlight showing Master Yi 1v3? Because he's fighting the wrong targets. If I am Nasus, I can do that too. Like, I can do that too, no problem. Let's look another highlight. Okay, so what do we have in here? Okay, Udyr. Okay, so whom did he just kill? Alright, let's look at it again. Okay, so this is half HP. It's either Jinx or Vayne, right? So he's gonna Q and she's gonna die. Alright, again, you see, if this was a good player, well, I'm talking about if this was correct situation, right? If this is correct situation, this would have been Kaisa with Zonia or Vayne with ulti. She would have ulted and Master Yi could not Q. Vayne that is invisible, right? Second thing, this is Sona. Sona would have ulted him by now, right? This is Corki. This is free lunch for Master Yi, this guy here, right? So the only reliable crowd control they have is Sona, which looks like she's out of mana or she doesn't have ult, and Udyr. So let's see what happens. Okay, so ADC instantly dies, right? Okay, Udyr is going to stun him. Okay, they are taking damage from Baron right now. Oh, that's Akali. Okay, again Akali, no crowd control. She has no crowd control. So their only form of crowd control is Sona. So if Master Yi is extremely fed, he can technically one-shot her, right? And Udyr, who needs to literally run to the target in order to stun him, right? So let's look. Okay, you see he goes on Corki because Corki is free lunch. Sona is Om, so she cannot crowd control him. Udyr is no HP, so he has to run, right? Oh, and that's Cassidin. Is that Cassidin? Yeah, that's Cassidin, right? Where's the crowd control? Imagine this is Gragas, right? Where is Morgana? Like, this is all silver shit. This is silver shit that we're looking at, right? It's either silver shit or situational. Okay. Okay, he's ganking 3v2. And ADC and support are trolling right now because they're overextended. Okay. Look, look at the score. Red team, 14 kills. Blue team, 26 kills. So he's chasing targets that are simply running away. Do you know what I mean? That's not carrying. That's like beating up on kids that already lost. I'm talking about what do you do if you're Master Yi with 2 kills and the score is 14 to 26. So now you're on a losing team and they have shitloads of crack control. There is nothing you can do, right? You cannot carry a game like this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's just beating up on kids that are just too far behind. Do you know what I mean? Look, like, I mean, 27 kills now. I mean, this requires no skill to do. What this requires you to do is to play a lot of games, right? If you play enough games, you can create a highlight like this because you will run into situations where they have severe corky mid, top lane they're gonna have a who's like completely useless against you. Kled, right? Kled cannot do anything against Mastery. Imagine severe Janna support or Soroka, right? Top lane Corki, mid lane Corki, and let's say um, jungle, let's say we put Mundo. Mundo can't do jack shit against Master Yi, alright? So you are simply food, and they're losing. So I mean, like, dude, like, what is this? Where is the highlight for League of Legends where the enemy team is behind? Well, your team is like minus 20 kills, minus 15,000 gold. Master Yi 1v5s them, even though they have a lot of crowd control. That video does not exist because you cannot do that. You're looking at the wrong game. If you want to 1v5, you need to play things like basketball, sports, or a shooting game. In shooting game, you can do that in a shooting game. Okay. Otherwise, it's gonna be poker. Take care.